What's going on, guys? Today we're going to take a look at the black IPV4 100 watt from Pioneer for You. Okay, guys, so here is the black IPV4. This is the all black version. I waited for this for 47 days, if you can believe that. Was it worth the wait? I'm going to have to say, after 3 days of using this device all day, every day, absolutely yes, it was well worth the wait. It seems that all the issues that Pioneer for You had with some of the earlier models has been worked out, and I just am left with a very sturdy and solid device that seems to function and work very well. As most of you know, I also have the IPV3, and I've had this device for almost a year, and I've had absolutely zero issues out of it. The only thing that I didn't like about the IPV3 was the screws. You had to remove them to put batteries in. No magnetic door, that was the only downside to this device, but other than that, the IPV3 has been fantastic and still working great. So now we have the IPV4, and the IPV4 is a temperature control device as well as a wattage device. It is 510 threaded, and the 510 is spring loaded. Okay, so here is the 510. You can see I've got a little tiny scratch right there. That's where I've been taking my addies on and off on this thing. And you can see down in there, it looks like there's some copper and what looks to be a screw on the 510, which is not a screw, so don't try to put a flathead in there and turn it. That looks to be like it's brass or maybe gold plated. I don't know. I would say probably brass surrounded by copper. The threading is really nice in there. These little slots, the 4 little slots, will be for any addies that need to get airflow from the bottom. So no issues with the 510 whatsoever. You can see right there, it's spring loaded. The first runs of this device had a mirrored front to it. This one does not. So it seems that they've cleared that up. And that's just going to say check atomizer because I don't have one on there. The body is made of billet aluminum. There's your venting on the bottom, and then this micro USB right here is for updating the device, updating your firmware. And it just feels really good in the hand. I really like this device. Like I said, I've been using it every day since I got it 3 days ago. The chip that's in this, it's a Yeehy SX330-V4S chip. And the atomizer resistance on this will be from 0.1 ohms to 3 ohms. And the output wattage will be from 10 watts to 100 watts. The magnetic cover right here, this is made of some sort of a plastic. I have a couple of Sony VTC5 batteries in here. Just pull this and that will release and pop out your batteries. And then right there we have a serial number, as you can see right here. And then the Pioneer for You logo. And then something interesting on this for the battery door. You have like these little ball bearings right here, and these are spring loaded as well. And then on the inside of your cover, I don't know if you can see this in here, but right on the inside of the cover, you got these little indentations right in there. And that allows those little spring loaded BBs to insert into there. They'll pop right in, and that holds the battery cover on. And I have to say, even though this is plastic and it feels kind of cheap, it does feel good on the hand, on my skin. Right here we got the this is a charging port, which I'm not going to be using. I don't know if that has been fixed on here, and I'm not going to try it out. And likewise, a lot of people have been taking these devices apart and taking out like a little battery board or whatever it is inside of there. I'm not going to be doing that either. It works just fine, and I won't be using this charging port. When I want to put new batteries in, I'll just pop these out, put some new ones in. And I'm pretty sure these are running in series. You got one positive at the top, and then The other positive is down on the opposite side. So series. Parallel would be with your positives at the top and both negatives at bottom, or vice versa, depending on how it's built. To put the battery door back on, it's nice and simple. You just slide it over like that, match up make sure you're putting it on correctly. The part with the hole was going to match up to your battery port. So you just pop this on like that, and it snaps right into place. And you can see that it's holding on there very well. There's no rattle. I must have an updated version because my version doesn't feel cheap at all. Now we'll go ahead and get down close and I'll show you the menu and we'll check out some of the functionality of this device. Okay, so I popped an atomizer on here and it does currently have a nickel canthal. It's nickel and canthal wire twisted together. And I believe I did 12 wraps on a 3/32 screwdriver, so it's ohming out at 0.14 ohms, as you can see there. I have this set at 50 joules, and it's 2.73 volts, and then you see my battery power there. These batteries are pretty much charged all the way up. And then I have this setting at 572 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, this is maxed out. This device only goes up to 50 joules, and how you would change this, you press your power button 5 times. Okay, and then we see system on and off. If I was to press either one of these up and down buttons right here, I don't know why you can see that, but if I press either one of these 2 buttons, it will turn my system off. So what I want to do to navigate the menu is press the power button. That takes me into joule mode, and then I can use either the up or down to move from power. That would get me back into wattage mode, or joule. So I want to keep it in joule. I'm going to hit the power button here again to cycle back through the menu. Here's Fahrenheit or Celsius, and I can use either the up or down button here to cycle back and forth. So I'm going to keep it on Fahrenheit. Then here we have our temperature mode. You can see that's as far as it goes, it's 572. So we'll go ahead and run it down, see how far we get. Okay, so 212 degrees, and it does not round robin, so I can push this button and it's just going to stay right there. So I kind of wish that this would have went right back around to 572, so I don't have to climb all the way back up like this, but you know, no big deal. So I'm setting this all the way cranked up. I like my vape hot. So if I want to get to power mode, I just hit either up or down. I go to power. Then when I press the button, it's going to say exit on. So what I want to do is go ahead and hit either the up or down button, and that'll take me right back out to the main screen. Okay, so now we're in wattage mode. So now we have presets. This little number right here, you can't really see it underneath the battery indicator. These are presets. If I just push the button, this is going to cycle through some presets on here. So 40, 50, 80, and you have 5 different settings on this. So I'll just go ahead and leave it at 50 watts, and it's showing that it's reading out at 0.11 ohms and 2.34 volts. All right, so now I want to take this and put it, now I could vape this like this if I wanted to. I was doing it earlier. It's a nickel canthal build, so it'll work in both temperature and wattage mode. So I want to press the button 5 times. Says system on. Now if I pushed up or down, it would turn my device off. I'll go ahead and do it. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to come back on. Pioneer for You logo. iPV4. Alright. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then press the power button over here on the left. And now I'm going to do the up or down to get back into joules mode. Fahrenheit, showing that I'm at 572 where I want to be, and then I can hit either the up or down to get back out to the main screen, and there we go. So now it's showing that I'm at 50 joules, 2.44 volts, 0.14 ohm coil, and 572 watts, and I got a nice solid charged up battery. This screen is simple to read, no problem. Outside it's a little bit of a hassle, but it's not like it was when this came with the mirrored screen. This doesn't have that on there. This device comes with reverse polarity protection, battery low voltage protection, low resistance protection, temperature overheat protection, and output short circuit protection. A lot of really nice features go into this box. This Yeehy SX30 V4S chip is very nice. I got a feeling this thing is going to last a very long time. Like I said, I'm still unsure about the charging port. I'm not going to use it because it's really kind of unnecessary since it's so easy to get to the batteries, to pull them out and just, swap them out for some new ones. So I don't recommend using the battery, the charging port. And this didn't come with a charger either, okay? So here's the box. Typical Pioneer for You packaging. It's really nice. You just pop this off. This is what the IPV4 was actually sitting in, some cellophane. Then we have the booklet, and there's not really much to it, but it's a fairly simple device to learn. I just showed you how to use it. There's a certificate for it for quality control. I don't know if you can see it or not. So there's a quality control certificate. And then the very bottom, if you pull out this entire thing here, you'll see this, and just pop that out. Right here's your USB cable. And this is for actually doing the updates on the bottom there. So very nice packaging. And you can see the different color options that they're planning on offering. Yeah, black and silver is what I mainly see now, but they're going to be offering this in blue, red, and gold as well. For two 18650s, it's nice and pretty compact for two 18650 batteries. Let me pop the top off here and just show you the kind of coil that I have going on. So there's the build that I have in here. It's like 12 wraps, I think. 10 or 12 wraps. I'm pretty sure it's 12. 12 wraps of twisted 28 gauge. And what I did was I took two pieces of 28 gauge Canthal and twisted those up with a piece of 28 gauge nickel. And the nickel I used was not tempered, though I do have tempered nickel. I only bought like 25 feet of it, so the untempered nickel I have 100 feet, so I went ahead and used that. And you can see right there that it's working just fine. It's at 50 joules and 572 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm really enjoying this device, guys. I like it. I got mine for $67 at e-cigarette lobby. Now, I don't believe that they have it on sale like that at this point because, like I said, that was almost 2 months ago, 47 days ago. I ordered it on May 20th, and then I received it in the mail on July 5th. July 4th or 5th. I think it was the 5th. I got it Monday, and this is like Wednesday. So I've had it for 3 days. So 47 days is a long time to wait. But, it was worth it, man. I wasn't happy about that, but now that I have it and I've been using it for the last few days or so, I'm really enjoying this device a lot. Like I said, it feels very sturdy, and so far I've had no issues at all whatsoever with any of the builds that I put on here. You see it? That looks pretty good on there. It's the Zephyrus tank. I'm really liking this tank too, by the way. This has an RBA section, and I have a coil that I built on here. This is ohming out at 0.23 ohms. So really quick, let me jump back in here. I forgot to mention one thing. When you're using this in wattage mode, if you push the up button, it's going to cycle through the presets. So 40, 50, 80. I only have 3 of them set currently, but this, you can actually set 5 of them. So in order to change that up, you just hit the down button. And see that? And now I can cycle through my wattage, and this device goes up to 100 watts. Which is plenty of power as far as I'm concerned. So I think I pretty much covered just about everything with the IPV4. If you guys like this device, go pick one up, man. I highly recommend it. The IPV4. So until next time, take care and happy vaping.